this is a breakthrough happening right now. So we're on the couch. Again, this is sort of our second living room / workout room. Typically, Fred, don't lick the couch, babe. Don't lick the couch. Fred, hey. This is sort of displacement behavior because he's a little bit anxious with Clancy laying right nearby. It's okay. But what typically happens is, since I'm sitting up on the couch, I haven't been letting Fred come up on the couch with me, because whenever Clancy would come near specifically, Fred would feel the need to, I don't know, guard the space or guard me or protect me or possess me or something like that. So he would growl. And, you know, even like when Clancy would walk past the doorway over there, Fred would get anxious. And, you know, like if he was laying on his bed over there, which is where I was having him lay just so that I was creating space between him and me, he would get anxious and kind of stand up, like as if to say, hey, I'm guarding my bed, I'm guarding the space. So just for the first time, Clancy has come, and I swear Clancy is helping with the rehabilitation with Fred's rehab, and vice versa. Like their relationship, Clancy's relationship with Fred, giving Clancy a lot more confidence too. He's such a good boy. They're both such good boys. So just now, when Clancy was starting to walk into the room, he was kind of tentative because Fred has grumbled at him before. But I invited him in, and I, basically said to Fred, no worries. And I petted Fred while petting Clancy to let Fred know that it's totally fine that Clancy's here and that he doesn't need to protect the space, that it's fine, no problem. And now they're both, just as relaxed as can be. So the progress continues. And of course, they're also very tired because they both played a whole bunch and swam in the pool, and they're relaxed for that reason because it's kind of nap time. So yeah, you're such a good puppy. Hey guys, so just a little brief training video. So I am in the workout room. I'm actually at my bike desk. This thing is a desk and a bike. I've got Clancy and Fred here. Now, one thing we're working on is, see, Fred's got his bed right there, and we've got a bone out because we are progressively working on making sure Fred is comfortable with having the dogs around his things, his toys, and of course, anytime we get near or into the realm of food items, it's a little bit trickier. That's where he's been a little bit reactive. However, he's doing great with the bone. He was just sharing the bone with Clancy, but he gets a little anxious still and kind of, doesn't know what to do with himself, because I think he's used to falling back on that kind of reactive behavior. So there's that. So as you can see, Clancy just walked by, went outside. Ginger's been walking in and out and going by, and he's been fine. Now where are they? Here. You can see I have treats in here, some little dog cookies. So what my plan is that, the closer the dogs get to him and his bone, or him and his bed, and assuming he doesn't make a fuss and he seems like he's just allowing it to happen, that's when I'm going to chuck a treat down into his space there and let him have a treat. Because again, I'm continuing to try and associate the other dog's presence with good things, so that the other dogs walking through the room, the other dogs coming closer and closer to Fred, predicts a treat for Fred, rather than him needing to feel like he has to get kind of anxious and feel like something, like he has to be on guard about something. It's more like, oh boy, I can't wait to see the other dogs come through, because then I'm going to get something good. So there's that.
He's sharing your bone. Oh, it's a good boy. Oh, good boys. Oh, good boys, Clancy. You gonna share Fred's bone? Are you gonna share your bone, Fred? That's a big deal. That's a big deal. See? No growl. He's a good boy. Good boy.
So one more little milestone here. We're in this same room. Clancy, look at that handsome boy. So, got the door open. Clancy was just outside. He came in the door, and see Fred, was totally relaxed because I was down here petting Fred. And then when Clancy came in, he just got a little bit, antsy because again, he's learning how not to react like the way that had become his default reaction, which was kind of like, get anxious, like, and he's coming, something's gonna be taken from me, like the attention I'm getting or whatever. So, but Clancy's right here. He's giving me kisses. I'm so lucky. And then there's Fred, and then what I do is I pet them both at the same time, and I see it's okay. Nothing's going away. None of your space is being challenged. None of your attention is being challenged. Come here, Fred. Come here. So as Clancy walked in, Fred, lay down. Lay down. As Clancy walked in, I just pet Fred more and more and more. And so then he relaxed because he realized, here comes Clancy. And see, shh. See how he gets still a little anxious? It's okay. It's okay. Shh. Fred. Hey, let's see, with me sitting on the ground, see how he's kind of holding on to me? That's a little bit of like him posturing toward Clancy, like saying, hey, that's mine. And I don't want Fred to think that I am his. What that means is he thinks I'm his responsibility. I don't look at it like, oh, he thinks I'm his property. It's more like he thinks I'm his responsibility, so he's trying to do his job. But I'm trying to continually let him know that it is not his job to guard me like that. So he's learning. As you can see, this is all just great progress. But when I'm sitting on the ground, when I'm low to the ground like that, that does sort of, I don't know, kick me down a notch as far as, it makes me seem weaker, or it makes Fred feel like he has to protect me more or something like that. So that's why I stood up, because I want to set them up for success at all times. And so when I'm testing Fred on these things, I'm making sure he's ready for the tests that I'm giving him, and he's doing great. Progressive small steps. That's what it's all about.